I am here in today's video to give my commentary on a topic that's been pretty popular dating back, eons ago when it comes to the competitive gaming scene. That is going to be FPS, response time, and refresh rate. Let's get it. Do these three elements ultimately matter when it comes to gaining an upper hand in the FPS genre? Yes, of course they do. Long story short, yes, they do, but not in the way most people would think. For example, let's say we have a professional, and also, by the way, I'm using a 1v1 in this situation, which is, I'm not saying that's always the best solution or resolutions to conflicts, but for my example, let's say we have a 1v1 between a professional esports award-winning 5-time multi-platinum, player who is capped to 60 frames, 60 hertz monitor, and a 5 millisecond response time setup, or a below the average player who has a setup that includes 120 frames consistently, 120 hertz monitor, and a 1 millisecond response time. Who do you think will win that 1v1? Now, you say the below the average player, then you got to be trolling. Like, you trolling, right? Now, this example is not common for the most part, but it does prove my point that your graphics card and your monitor specifications aren't always the reason you don't see improvement of gameplay. Of course, if you upgrade your hardware, then you will notice it's a little bit easier to improve at a game, but ultimately when it comes down to it, in my opinion, improving your actual skill at the game should take that first priority. And nowadays, I realize when it comes to FPS games, it's all about taking advantage of gaming mechanics and just being good with your hands mechanically. Don't be like me and think that just because I got a new graphics card or a new monitor, then I would just become a gaming phenomenon all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's skills and situation is different, but I would just keep this and at the forefront or the back front, wherever front you want, just in case things don't turn out how you envision. Because at the end of the day, man, you just get good at the game by playing the game and striving to be better at it. Getting into the technical side of things now, let's go over what these three terms mean so we can get a better understanding as to why they're important for competitive gaming. Refresh rate is normally going to apply to your monitor, and this is the number of times a second your display is refreshed. So 60 hertz, 120, 144 hertz are all measures of the number of times a second your display is renewed. The higher the number, the more smooth your game is gonna feel, and the quicker the visual differences you will be able to see. FPS stands for frames per second, and it is normally correlated with your graphics card. It is similar to refresh rate, as it is another measure as to how many times a second your graphics card can produce and show all these images within that time frame. Normally, the higher the FPS, the more visual information you will have, which ultimately in competitive gaming means the more time you have to react to a situation compared to someone who has a lower FPS. These two elements alone, refresh rate and FPS, work hand in hand with each other to offer a full upper hand in the FPS gaming genre. Without one or the other, it wouldn't be the same advantage. Matter of fact, it probably wouldn't even be worth upgrading one without at least improving or upgrading the other one slightly or about the same level. For example, let's say we have a 4090, but we still have a 60 hertz monitor. Then we wouldn't be getting no 4090 frames out of that 60 hertz monitor. We wouldn't be utilizing the full capability of that graphics card. And alternatively, let's say we have a 240 hertz monitor, but we got a 560 graphics card. I just made that up on no graphics card. But let's say we have a 560 graphics card. Then we wouldn't be fully utilizing the full capability of that monitor. So both of these elements together, pretty vital. Response time is the last element here, and it is the measure of how fast these color pixels on your screen can change from one color to another. The lower the number, the faster the monitor is at performing this task. This will ultimately help with always improving and updating visual quality and clarity. And again, like the other two aspects, will make it easier to see and react to visual information. Ultimately, at the end of the day, guys, all three of these elements are very important, and I do recommend when you have the means to upgrade them, then you should do so. But before that, your actual skills at the game should take precedence, because your mechanical skills is what's going to make the biggest impact. and upgrading PC components, monitors, and consoles are meant to help you fine tune to help you reach that maximum potential, not substitute for a lack of. I appreciate y'all for tuning into the video. Leave a like if it helped a little bit. I know it's probably a little harsh, you know what I'm saying, but you know, I'm here for y'all at the end of the day. Follow your boy on all the socials, links in the descriptions. I'll see y'all soon.